Let's talk technology. Let's look at the beauty of technology. And what aspect of technology are we looking at on this edition of the program? Remember, it's technology that drives the world. As the world flies higher, we descend into the abyss. We talk poverty. We talk food, housing. The rest of the world talks technology. I hope they will not enslave us again like they did before, because we are so far away from technology. We can't produce, all we do is consume. Tolulope Olukokun, the CEO of ThinkElectricAfrica, is on a mission. And the mission of ThinkElectricAfrica is to accelerate the transitioning from renewable, to renewable and sustainable energy using indigenous technology. Tolulope Olukokun is on State Affairs. Good to have you here.
Thank you very much, Mr. Obilo. I'm happy to be here. Thank you, listeners at home.
Is this an impossible mission, transitioning to renewable and sustainable energy using indigenous technology?
No, it's not an impossible mission. We are already on it, and we are moving at a faster pace. We only need other stakeholders to join in, and we get it done.
What are you doing presently?
Presently, I'm trying to make sure people see the importance and the need for us to transit to renewables. Because apart from the climate change and every other things they've been advocating, we in Nigeria and Africa need to see the other benefits, especially on the economic part. Like you rightly said, we are not producing as much as we are consuming. So, and this that is coming is imminent. It's a technological shift from fuel-dependent economy to electric-dependent economy. And if we can see this from now, we'll be able to align ourselves and make sure we become a producer. Because this shift is here already. And it takes the mind that see it to tag along.
Tell me about the progress of the electric car project, RX Asha.
Okay. Yeah, part of what we are trying to do to make sure people see that this is possible, even in Nigeria, is to make an electric car. And the approach I'm using is to convert a petrol car to a full electric car. And at present, we are somewhat 75%. For lack of fund, the project is delayed a little, but we already have traction. We only need to put in more components to make sure it drives on the road. And I believe this will be the first in Oyo State, if not Nigeria. I've seen schools handle electrical projects, Conver University, and one in Nsukka recently. But what they did is to construct a body for the components. And, I'm trying to make sure we feel the real electric car by just removing the components that uses petrol and other fossil fuel. And we put in everything that will make it drive as an electric car on our roads.
What have you put in so far?
Well, so far we have been able to motorize the vehicle. The vehicle is moving on the ramp right now. It could drive as it is, but it's not dependent. I mean, it's not independent. It's dependent on things we still have at the workshop, on the bench to make sure it's running. So what we make independent are the batteries, which are large, expensive, and other components like controller that will make sure it gives you the speed you require at a particular point in time. So everything about the mechanical aspect is done. The remaining is the electrical parts.
Why are you doing this?
I'm on a mission, like you said. I'm on a mission to make sure that if our policymakers, our government will not see the need to provide electric for us or electricity, we should give them reasons, more reasons. In my study, I see that with our population, if all of us have adequate access to energy, especially electricity, Nigeria could make more money than selling oil and gas. We have demand because every human being needs electricity. Every person on the street, even if you don't have a house, if you are living on the street, whatever it is, what you need requires electricity somehow. And that is a major selling point. So why I cannot imagine why they will not be able to settle electricity issue all these years.
And you are talking about transitioning.
Yes.
Yet there is no electricity. So
yes.
Where are you transitioning
now,
to?
because we have renewables, which is abundantly available. We have wind, we have sunlight, we have hydropower plants. So this project will be like a wake-up call. That because our technology is, we are mostly dependent on foreign technologies. Now, if those people change, if they switch, we must switch too. But how prepared are we to switch along with them?
Why are we always tagging along?
That's where we find ourselves.
Why can't we even initiate a new direction?
And that is one of the reasons why I'm into this project. We need to initiate a new concept for ourselves using our own indigenous technology.
But Tolu can't do that alone. You need a serious government to invest on that.
Definitely. Well, I'm counting on the likes of our present governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde. He's an engineer. And in his agenda, he said he wants to generate electricity, which is a kind of enabler for what I'm doing. So I'm really watching out for him to see how quickly we can get this done, and everything will work hand in hand.
You talk of electrification of mobility.
Yes.
I like the term.
Okay. It's part of making sure everything we drive is by electric.
But we have oil in abundance.
Yes.
That is where we have our comparative advantage.
Yes.
Why should we abandon oil now?
Okay. Just like I said earlier, our economy depends on others, especially on oil, because we actually export this oil and import the only one we need. So if those ones are not buying our oil, who do we sell to? So at the end of the day, the economy will still crumble. And like the research we have, they said we only have about 5 decades of oil remaining everywhere in the world. So if we do not plan to change now, we'll still be forced to change by all conditions, all factors. The Western worlds are changing. We must change. Oil is drying up in the ground. We need another source of energy.
We are not serious about technological innovation as a country. Does this break your heart?
A lot. Because I've been out there asking people to join me in this race. Join me. Let's just form a team. I can't do it alone. I need us to brainstorm. I need us to do this. There has been no much answer except accolades. You are doing well. Keep on.
So what do you need for me to join this?
I need us to brainstorm. Brainstorm.
I'm here to brainstorm with you. I'm going to visit your workshop.
Good.
We need to sit down.
Yes.
We can move the country, can't we?
A lot.
Do we need to wait for Buhari?
No, not really. But we need them as an enabler. They have the resources. Although we could look into other private corporations and other people that are interested in this. On LinkedIn, I've had someone coming in from UK also that he said he wants to come and establish a solar panel industry here. He saw me on LinkedIn, and what I've been able to do, he contacted me, and that's one of those people we need. So until he comes around, I don't really know what to expect. But for us that are on ground there, we need to be up and doing.
Yes. I will join this parade.
Yeah.
I need to come see, because my first degree is electrical and electronics engineering.
Wow, that's a good one.
I have interest in anything engineering.
That's a good
I feel we can fix it. Before we go,
Okay.
Lilium Jets coming out with full autonomous electric air taxis.
Yes.
And that will be in 2025.
Yes.
That is here already.
It's here. Yeah, well, people talk about future as if it's 15, 20 years. But here, future arrived yesterday.
Future arrived yesterday.
Yeah.
We just started a talk.
Yes.
We will explore it.
Thank you.
Tolulope Olukokun, thank you for featuring on State Affairs.